Hi, welcome. This is Celia. Today I bring to you a 30 inks 30 days ranking. This is my first time doing 30 inks 30 days. I did spend a significant amount of time with each ink every day. I try keeping it pretty strict. So um what I did was kind of like a full page of whatever. Some days I did centangles, some days I don't know what I did. Other days I kind of did common pleasing. And then I did do a chromatography for each day. On the last days, they look more like this and less writing because I did hurt my hand, my right hand, my right wrist, better said. And I didn't want to stress it more than I had to. So in between doing that page exploration, um, three, 2 to 3 pages of my morning pages, and my full page in my Hobonichi that I do daily. I do feel like I got to explore every ink significantly. The way that we're gonna do the ranking is we're gonna start with number 30th and end with number 1. 30th being the lowest ranking. Uh, the way that I decided how to rank them was by which pen is gonna bother me the most to get out of my rotation. So which pen I don't want to unink, which pen and ink combination we were said. The first ink, and I'm gonna try not to talk as much because I don't want it to be extremely long. The first ink is Journalize Starburst Glaze. I no longer have the sample. I only have what is left on the pen. So we'll just go by that and hope that I have enough to do the ranking. The reason why this ink ended in last place was because I actually did not ink this pen and ink combination first. I put it on a Pilot Kakuno medium and I was having very bad hard starts. Uh, so I just had to take it off. I couldn't deal with it at all. So I put it here and it's better, but it's still not great. I'm not gonna swatch it. The ink itself, I don't think I have enough. So I'm just gonna I I do not have enough for anything. So I don't even know if it's just that it's not enough or if I'm just having another hard start. Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's completely dry. So I'll just show you the page that I did in the ink journal and we'll just go by that. So it was one of the first days, I think. Yeah, it was the second day. So if you can tell, this is a super, super, super beautiful ink. But yeah, I just couldn't use it. So that's why it's last. I was just mad. I was just mad at it the whole time. So it was really hard. I think I did 2 pages on my morning, 2 pages in my morning writing because of it. I was getting way too distracted by how upset I was. I I do know that Journalize inks are meant to be used in medium to broad pens, but still, it was not an enjoyable experience for me. So I am going to just write it with like this pen that I have here. So the pen that I used here was, I don't know if I said it, the Monteverde Ridma green in a medium nib. For number 29, we have Monteverde Emerald Green. This is one of the wettest inks in my collection. And I actually had 2 bottles. I gave my other one away and now I have to open this one. Give me 1 second. That had literally never happened to me. It was leaking super bad. The bottle was leaking super bad. I ended up with 2 bottles because I purchased the first one, and I think I got it as a gift with purchase. The first one I think I got as a gift with purchase, and the second one, the second bottle, which is this one, I got in like Mother's Day box. So the swatching tool of the day is the Sailor Fude tip pen. This is a very wet ink. I don't know if I said it, but it's one of the wettest inks in my collection. It can be troublesome also. Not in this pen because this particular Jinhao 82 is, it's got a quite dry nib. Or I don't know if you're able to see it feathered right away. This is not an ink that I'm very drawn to. I keep it because I know it's super wet and I use it as reference. For number 28, I have Diemans Odysseus? I don't know how you pronounce this. I want to pronounce it Odysseus, but I'm pretty sure that's not the correct pronunciation. And the reason why this ended pretty low, it's because of the nib. I am not super used to the long knife nib that it has, and I was just not drawn to it as far as like the amount of usage that I was giving it. It was not comfortable for me to write 3 full pages in the morning without the feeling of the nib feeling like a distraction. So that's the reason why it ended that low. It has nothing to do with the color of the ink. This is some beautiful ink. I think I'm gonna continue to do random draws and do 30 inks 30 days. It might not be as extensive as it was this month, but I'm really looking forward to inking this in another pen in the future, because I do believe that the problem with this pen and ink combination had nothing to do with the ink. Okay, so I just shortened long knife nib. I don't think I mentioned it. This is a Kailigo 316, and I think the color or the I don't know. I'm gonna say the color. The color of the pen is ink shadow. This is a super beautiful pen, and I have another nib that came with purchase. I might change it. This is definitely not an everyday nib for me, but that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ink. So yeah, it ended up there. Next, ink and pen combination. This is a Pilot 78G, and I paired it with Diemans Kitten Paws. I think it ended up this low because it didn't feel special or relevant in comparison to the other stuff this month. I was just, I don't know, not drawn to it. It could be because it's a lighter ink, but I really can't tell you what I. Oh, I think it was dirty. Sorry, I think my nib was a little blue. I really can't tell you exactly. I was just, I don't know, not drawn to it. This says on the label that it's a broad, but it's a 1.1 stub. That's just the way they come. I am not sure why. I did get this on AliExpress. So yeah, it's beautiful and it's readable. Like I said, it was just, I don't know, I wasn't drawn to it. Number 26 is Jacques Irvin, Shogun, and I think it ended up this low just kind of for the same reason. I do enjoy broader nibs, and this is a fine nib, and it's a black ink with some shimmer. I don't know if I mentioned it. This is the Pilot Vanishing Point matte blue black in a fine nib. But yeah, there's some feathering there. There's a lot of feathering in this page. I don't know if it's the notebook, because I didn't encounter feathering anywhere else. This is my only Jacques Irvin ink of this type, of like this bottle presentation. I have the some of the lower end ones. For number 25, we have one of my favorite inks in my collection. It was just a really bad pairing. Actually, this is an interesting one because I love the nib. I just don't tend to enjoy extra fine nibs. This was my first time trying this pen. It came in that Mother's Day box that I told you I got. I can't remember the company at the moment. Sorry. I'll put it somewhere in the comments. But yeah, it was a nice discovery. I actually have another 5-hour Castell pen coming, and I will tell you very fast why I fell in love with this nib, and hopefully you can see it. But it's a very bouncy nib. Pressure at your own discretion. But yeah, you can see the line variation there. So I was pleasantly surprised. This is one of my favorite green inks in my collection. It is really well behaved. This is Taccia Earth Green. And I am almost halfway through this bottle because it is one that I love to share. I love sharing that ink because I love it. I feel like it's a happy green. It's also very readable, and it has a red sheen to it. I'm trying to see if I can make it come out. The notebook that I'm using, I don't think I said it. This is the sorry, let me okay, sorry. My camera decided it needed a break, and apparently I needed to also make a mess of the page. This is one of my favorite inks in my collection. It has some red sheen, but for whatever reason it's not really appearing there. Let me show you on here. You can see it here really well. I believe there's an inconsistency in this Usari paper with this particular page. I don't know why. Okay, so like I said, I love this ink. There's nothing wrong with this pen. This it actually made me want to buy another pen of the same brand. It was just the extra fine nib is not something that I enjoy. There's most definitely something wrong with this particular page. Everything is feathering. So there is an inconsistency with this page in the Usari notebook that I'm using. That's interesting. I was not fully expecting this outcome at the moment, or not at all. Yeah, not at all. Guys, I had a feeling that there was some inconsistency in the paper in the notebook, but I had not been able to like be sure until now. Okay, moving on to ink number 24. This is this is a lovely pen with an ink that I don't like. This is Birmingham Pen Company Waterbear. I think people like this ink, and It reminds me of dirty mop water. I don't know. It's an interesting ink, and I'm happy to have it in my collection, but I even have a feeling that I gave this ink away, and and I don't know how it's still here. I don't know who I supposedly gave it away to. I don't know, you were able to see it, how it goes down green and it dries purple. It's very interesting. It's just like I said, not I don't know, not a color that I'm drawn to. So this is Birmingham Pen Company, Waterbear with Leonardo, Momento Mágico, Momento Zero, Lies, Momento Zero, Nuvola Lilac, I think. I can't pronounce, I don't know what the right pronunciation. This was a medium nib. Everything is feathering. I'm gonna stop talking about it and move on. So this was ink number 24. Moving on to number 23, I have a Jinhao 10 paired with Diamine, Asian Copper. I'm not sure, but I think this is my first or second time inking this. I don't feel like I have that much experience with this ink. It's a beautiful color. There's not a lot of shading. It's very standard. I'm gonna try to show you that. The dry nib. There's like, that's what I took off. It's like, it literally feels like dirt. It's funny because this is my second one of this pen, and the first one that I had was perfect and I gave it away. And now I have this one that is less than perfect. But on its defense, it's been a while. Maybe a week, 2 weeks since I last used it. It was the weekend before Mother's Day, I think. Or the week leading on to Mother's Day. So 2 weeks or so. This is going to take me a while. Don't do that at home unless you're okay with making messes. Which, as you can tell, I'm not too bothered. I'm not sure what this pen is called. Is it orange, brown, coffee, something? I don't know, but it took a while to get it running. But it was fine. It was, like I said, just I mean, yeah, there was some shading. It was just a standard pairing. Fine nib, not my favorite. That kind of thing. Moving on to number 22. And there's nothing wrong with Birmingham Pen Company inks. I have a lot of them. So that's why they're coming up everywhere. And this is for number 22, I'm sorry. For number 22, we have Birmingham Pen Company Bordeaux. I don't know, with this name, I could be wrong. I'm not a wine expert. I imagine this ink to be red. And it's a plummy purple. And she's pretty, don't get me wrong. Just, like I said, the standard ink, standard pen. So that's why. This is the Monteverde Strata with a medium nib. This is a very comfortable pen for me, and I got it on a sale, but it's a very inexpensive pen, and it's really comfortable, and it looks really nice. It definitely looks more expensive than it is, but I feel like that's the case with a lot of Monteverde pens. Okay, and the next the next pen and ink pairing is an ink that I liked a lot. It ended up on the lower end of the scale because it's not what it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be Alexander, and it's not. And the person who gave me this as a gift, she has like, she's told me she was gonna email them because it looks nothing like the picture. It looks nothing like the picture online. If I can remember the picture online, it's like a gold brown or something like that. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But I know it's not an orange. So it's strange that she like cut like the wrong ink on the bottle. This is a beautiful bright orange, and this is, I could be all lost with my numbers. This is 21. And this is paired with Twisby Eco Bronze. I don't know if this has a specific color. I call it gravy, but I don't think that's the name. And I did not come up with that name. I heard that in a Yoseka video. Someone else called it that. And this is a Diemans Mystery Orange. If you know of Diemans ink that looks like this, let me know. I'm curious. It's pretty. It's really pretty. But like I said, it just ended up here because I don't know what it is. Number 20 is Diamine Lullaby. This was on the Christmas calendar, or not Christmas, is it? I'm not sure. On their 2024 calendar. I'm already thinking or trying to decide if I'm gonna buy them this year. At this point, I don't know. And this is paired with a Pilot Kakuno. What is this one called? Murayama purple. I love Kakunos. It's like once you get over that converter stuff issues, it's perfect. And then I also like to add the Kaweko clips to it, and I feel like I have the perfect pen, the perfect level and entry level pen. It's a medium nib. I'm literally writing backwards, guys. I am so sorry. That's what's most comfortable for me. Okay, not backwards, but almost. Okay. Next ink and pen combination is my Franklin Christoph 50 Grandes with, this is the sample, where is it? Ferris Press Queen Allium. I did a common placing for this pen and ink combination, and the name just led nowhere for me as far as inspiration, and that's what it ended up here. Nothing. This is probably one of my most comfortable pens in my collection. It's huge, but it's so comfortable for me. It's my only Franklin Christoph pen. Okay, that was just the second time my camera decides to overheat. Okay, that's Ferris Wheel Press Queen Allium, and this is Franklin and Christoph 50 Grandes, but this one has an Edison nib. It has a Joe. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that right now. It has a Joe. It has an Edison medium nib, which is why can I not pronounce that right now? It has that nib on a medium. Okay, so moving on to number 18. I have a really beautiful ink. I think it ended up on this side because it has a fine nib. It's more like the pairing than the ink itself. This is Sailor Afternoon Tea. I also have been loving sharing this ink. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ink. Sailor inks can run dry, but they're also very well behaved. This is paired with a Lamy All-Star Fiery? Literally everything. I said I wouldn't say it again, but here we are. Everything is feathering. That's insane. I was very happy with this notebook. And I am sure that the next ink is gonna feather like crazy. So for number 17, we're almost halfway. We're almost halfway. For number 17, I have Birmingham Pen Company Railroad Spike, which is a dark blue with some sheen. And this was paired with the only Benu in my collection. This is the Benu Euphoria Hollywood's Bling. That's on abroad, and it made a mess, and we all knew it would. Next pen and ink combination is Kobe number 8, and again extra fine nib. If you wonder why I have so many fines and extra fine nibs in my collection, I don't own that many pens. And for me to do 30 inks 30 days takes almost all of my pens. So that is why. When I started, I like some things, I like other things. Some fines and extra fines, they serve a purpose as far as writing for school and stuff, but that wasn't the experience this month, so that's why. For me, fines and extra fines are more utilitarian. Okay, so this is Kobe number 8, Arima Amber. And this is another pretty orange brown. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this was a total random draw. I did have a rule. So if anything I did not want to ink. It had to come out of my collection. And the two inks that came out were Monteverde Blue Skies and Sapphire. Just, I don't love blues. I didn't want to ink them, so they came out. Sorry. There you go. Stain and all. Okay, that was number 16. We are halfway. This part of the experiment, this part of the ranking was easy. This part of the ranking was easy. The next part of the ranking, it was not easy. My number 1 was clear. My number 2 was clear. But some things I could some things were harder to pick. So starting off at the better half with number 15. Something fell. I have another Birmingham Pen Company ink. This is Weathered Brick. And for this one, I don't have a full bottle. I only have a sample. So Birmingham Pen Companies they're a wet brand. They run wet. This one is wet in between the wet. This is a very wet ink. So let's hope this page is better. Let's hope this page is better. Okay. I'm hopeful. This is Birmingham Pen Company Weather Brick in number 15. And if it didn't feather so much, it would have been higher. This just likes to feather. And this is in a, what is this pen called? Next pen and ink combination is at number 14. These are already great. These are all great. This is Wearingeul's. Wearingeul that does not want to open. Oh, sorry. Let me bring you closer. Okay. This is Wearingeul Human Issues. And this is a beautiful ink. I wish I had more Wearingeul inks, but I can't have it all. So that's the dilemma. And this is on Twisby. I always forget how to spell Twisby. Espresso with an extra fine name that writes like a fine medium, like a medium fine. Does not write like an extra fine. So the next ink, ranked this high because it was a surprise for me. This is an ink that I almost took out of my collection without even... I didn't want to ink it, in other words. Not for any particular reason. I am just picky with my shimmers. And I also believe from a comment I heard, not confirmed, I believe from a comment I heard that this ink might be getting discontinued, and I have a weird relationship with inks that get discontinued. It's like, it's hard for me to love them when I know they're gone. It's hard for me to love them when I know they're gone. So that is why I'm not so drawn towards Ferris Wheel Press inks. But this was a really good experience. I love this. It made me happy. And anyone who wants to fight me on this can. The best Lamy nib for a safari, All-Star, LX, whatever, is a medium nib. Extra fines are moody, so are fines. That's my opinion. That ink makes me happy. Okay. So next pen and ink combination at number 12. I have a very basic gray ink, but I do love grays, and this one has an interesting nib. It has a stub actually. So this is Birmingham Pen Company Desert Hedgehog. This is a very basic ink, yet I love it a lot. I love it a lot. Okay, where is my thingy? And you can tell, like, it's already behaving so much better on this side. That was strange. This is a dark gray ink, and it felt buttery on that stub. I loved it. I forget what the color of this is called. This is called brown. I don't understand my own handwriting. Madoroni? But I loved it. Basic, but I loved it. Next pen and ink pairing at number 11. At number 11, we're almost there. Is Lennon 2 Bar Sesame Oil. This is a dry ink to me. I believe this to be a dry ink, but on the Waterman exception, it was a dream. It was really nice. It's a beautiful color. It can be on the lighter side, but on that medium nib, it was easy to read, very pleasant writing experience. I loved it. That's beautiful. It's so classy. Such a classy pairing. With a big green stain there. It's okay. But I love this. I love this pen so much. Okay. For number 10, we have Lullaby All-Star with Sage, sorry, with not this one, sorry, wrong ink, it was misplaced. Troublemaker Hanging Race. The person who sent me the sample was very generous, and I'm almost halfway through the sample that I was given, and it is an ink on my list to repurchase. Funny enough, it's gonna go right next to the green, and it looks like the same color of an ink I already love and consider one of the favorite ones in my collection. And I want to buy the same ink again. What a surprise. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. And it looks like the same ink. What a surprise. And I have another sample coming up that also looks like the same ink. Okay. For number 9. Yes, for number 9, I have one of my favorite inks, my favorite pens in my collection. And I think that is why this pink and ink pairing made it so high. And this is, sorry, I should say the ink first. This is Birmingham Pen Company Mountain Swallowtail, paired with an Edison Collier called Cenote. Another very, 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 very comfortable pen for me. And this has my favorite nib in my collection. So this has a Franklin and Christoph SIG nib and a medium SIG nib. Sorry about this, I had a camera malfunction. For number 9, we have Birmingham Pen Company Mountain Swallowtail with the Edison Collier Cenote on a medium SIG nib. And for number 8, we have the Kyo Iro Moonlightover Higashiyama on a Kawako honey with a double broad nib, which was very pleasant. For number 7, we have Sailor Texas Pilot 78G on a medium nib. For number 6, we have Diamine Muddy Puddle on the Diplomat Arrow Flame, which was very pleasant. The shimmer was subtle and it was also very well dispersed, which was something that I really enjoyed. Apologizing for all the pauses. I have a new camera that my very generous husband gave me for Mother's Day. And I don't know how to use it. So it died. It needed a battery change. Okay, so this was number 6. And that's all pretty. Next pen. And we're getting to the top 5. We are almost there. Next pen and ink combination is... I do want to show you this. Let's go back. So, I did record all of this, a video and all of that. But I was very sick and coughing and sneezing. We did come out positive for a little something in this house. It was a beast to edit. So that's that. This is on the left. Vinta Kelp Lido 1944, and on the right, Troublemaker Hanging Rice. You see the chromatography? They're basically the same ink. Subtle differences. They're both, I would say, on the wetter end. The Vinta Sea Kelp has a little more orange that shows up in I would say that Hanging Rice is more springy, but they're very similar inks. Okay, so at number 5, Vinta Sea Kelp Lido 19, what did we say? 1944. I loved it, but I like the Kaweko pen more than the Lamy All Star because this one has a medium nib and I like the weight of this one better. So even though it's a very similar experience when it comes to the color. Okay, so number 5. I should really invest in a test tube holder, but it hasn't happened. So this is the Vinta Sea Kelp Lido 1944 with the Kaweko All Sport Olivine. Beautiful pairing. I am sad that I'm actually sad that like this right here that I'm not gonna play with it for another month. I am doing a new set of 30 inks 30 days. That was also a random draw from my collection. Next pen and ink pairing surprised me because it's a fine. And this is a Wearingeul ink called Architecture Infinity Cube. It's for sure something that I want to get a bottle of in the future. This is on my bottle to get list of bottles to get. So this is here 10,000% because of the ink. I love this ink. I don't have a lot of Wearingeul inks, but the ones that I have, I really, really, really like. And again, this is Wearingeul Architecture Infinity Cube in a Waterman Karen with a fine nib. Classic, beautiful, reliable, all the things. I loved it. For number three, I have a ink from Troublemaker called Tuzla Bua. I did a commonplace entry on this, and this is a brains plate. Yeah, it's cool. I'm down for that. I would try it. I would eat it. So I don't know that I would like it, but I would eat it. I would try it. And this is paired with Monteverde MP1, and I forget what this color combination is called. I didn't write it. I don't know, the green one. There is some skipping with this nib. I've emailed Monteverde already, and they're gonna send me a replacement. It was super fast, super nice, everything great. It doesn't have anything to do with the ink. It's everything to do with the nib. And this has a broad nib. That's so pretty. I can't wait to get a new nib on this pen. So soon. For number 2 is the ink that surprised me the most. I don't usually go for this type of inks. I don't usually go for sheen. Yet I might not unink this pen and keep it for letter writing or just to collect dust for a month, because I'm not gonna have time to do anything with it because I'm doing another 30 inks, 30 days for May. I am actually so dumb. This is May. I don't know why I said we were in April. This is May. This is May 30 inks, 30 days. If you made it this far and was confused, I'm so sorry. It's literally 1 in the morning here. Hi, you are spending time with me in the middle of the night. For me. Sorry. So yeah, this ink is an ink I can't pronounce. Funny Antine Deep Bamboo Forest. And it's a heavy sheener, which is a surprise for me because I don't usually go for sheeny inks. But this one came from my heart. I'm still dealing with my embarrassment. I 5 ml is a significant sample size, but as soon as I'm able, I do want to get a full bottle. And I say able because I don't think this ink is available in many places. And this is on the Lamy Blackberry with a medium nib. I want to show you. So the first time I showed this ink in my channel was, where are you? With the Zoe and Zoe haul. Sorry. And I put it right at the bottom. And I truly thought that I wasn't gonna like it. It took me using it. It took me using it to really appreciate it. And how well behaved it is for a sheening ink. It's just, it took me by surprise, and that's why it's at number 2. And for number 1 is the first pairing I did this month, and I literally wanted to keep on using it every day, and I didn't, and I haven't used it since. And I just wanted to live there. But I don't own enough pens to do 30 inks 30 days and not have to clean all my pens to reuse them. So I mean, I maybe have 35 pens, 36, I am not sure, but I don't have a lot more than 30. And usually those, the extra pens I keep with permanent inks that I use for school. Okay. So this is a Visconti. I forget what this pen is called. This is called a Visconti Voyager. Voyager. I have no idea. Alpha Centauri. And I got this on like a mega sale for like $130. It has a steel nib. I wish that the clip was different or the magnet was different, but it is what it is. Yet I love it. It looks like wood. I love it. Okay. Can I say that again? Okay, so this is Monarca Tierra Colorada. Is it strange that my number 1 was a brown ink? Did that surprise you? Did not surprise me. And all this time I didn't close it. I'm being risky. I want to drop another ink in this channel. Okay. So if the lighting was terrible, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. It'll get better. This is everything. I feel like there are so many different inks, so many different colors, a lot of greens. I own a lot of greens, a lot of Birmingham Pen Company. I own a lot of Birmingham Pen Company. So in the random draw, you are gonna get kind of a lot of that. Pleasant surprises: the Robert Oster AZ Monster, the Deep Bamboo Forest, things that I could consider out of my collection in the future would be Birmingham Pen Company Waterbear, and I think that's it. The band Diemans, if I had a full bottle, I would probably consider it. But I have a sample. I'm gonna enjoy my sample. So that's that. Thank you so much for spending the last, I don't know, hour and a half with me. We discovered that the Usari notebook that I have does not have consistent paper. We discovered that together. And you can see you have the proof that it was bleeding. So an experience. I do have one more comment to say before I leave, and that is that because I did a random draw and I don't have the motivation to buy an ink and ink it as soon as I get it and put it on a pen, my purchases were so minimal this month. So minimal compared to my usual shopping behaviors. And like I said, I had some really pleasant experiences. Two inks came out of my collection, possibly 3. Yeah, overall, I'm very happy with how it all went. It all happened. I am going. Don't look at that anymore. It's May. I am going to do the same for June. I already have it set up. So look forward to that. I will do the same full page with experimentation. My 3 pages of morning pages and my full page in my Hobonichi. It will continue to be the same, but this page is going to be way less structured than it was here. I don't know why I didn't know. I don't like doing centangles. They were not relaxing at all. They were not enjoyable. Yeah. that was my experience. So thank you so much, and look forward on seeing you on the next video. Please comment and subscribe, and if you have any idea what this ink is, please let me know, because I'm very curious. If you would have done anything differently, I would love to know. So yeah, bye.